This is Ohio Harness Update, a look at harness racing across the Buckeye State. Ohio Harness Update is brought to you by Matt Franklin, Wealth Advisor at Wire to Wire Wealth.
Welcome back to Ohio Harness Update. I'm Ashley Daly. Spring has sprung. We're going to take a look at what happened on the track in March and April, visit Equine Affair and see a little bit of life after racing, and look forward to the upcoming season. Driver Greg Grismore scored his 8,000th win at MGM Northfield Park with Disgruntled Carl.
It's Disgruntled Carl in deep stretch. Trying to get to him one more time is Sierra Spirit, but Greg Grismore can pose for the picture. It's win number 8,000 on Disgruntled Carl.
In his 38 years of driving, Grismore has earned $58 million. Dan Noble surpassed 8,000 career wins at Miami Valley Raceway aboard Terminator.
It's Terminator with the lead. Outside, here comes Mockout, Knockout, far outside, Flying Fitz. So they drive for the wire. Terminator will give Dan Noble his 8,000th career win in 152-2.
The 42-year-old Rainsman has earned over $65 million in his career. Cameron McCown reached 1,000 driving victories with Rock the JK at Northfield Park.
And they turn for home. Lake Charles has to seal the deal. Roll with JK, dives to the inside. Here comes Roll with JK. He's finishing up nicely. Lake Charles desperate for the wire. 1,000th win for Cam McCowan.
McCown began driving in 2014 and has earned $8.7 million. On the training side, Jessica Rogner summited 1,000 wins with Back in My Day at Miami Valley.
It's Johnny Sack with the lead on the outside. Back in My Day closing in. Henry the horse third. Fourth is Revolt through the stretch. Johnny Sack outside. Back in My Day trying to get there. Johnny Sack, Back in My Day. They'll come to the wire together. Photo for win.
Throughout her career, Rogner's trainees have earned her upwards of $8 million. Jeff Smith also recorded his 1,000th career victory at MVG with Saying What I'm Thinking. His son Trevor drove the trotter.
And Saying What I'm Thinking will give trainer Jeff Smith his 1,000th career training win. Saying What I'm Thinking in 157-1.
Smith began his training career in the mid-1980s, and the USTA reports earnings of $2.7 million. Our equine athletes are making waves of their own. Naked on a Hill set the track record at MVG for 4-year-old pacing mares in 150-2. Chris Page drove for Ron Burke.
Naked on a Hill, Dragon by the Sea, begging for racing room as they drive for the wire. It's Naked on a Hill on the outside, going right on by to win it. Naked on a Hill from Benita's Best Bet.
Naked on a Hill has already scored 6 seasonal wins in 2025 with lifetime earnings of $340,000. I Won't Back Down Oz equaled the track record at MVG for older trotting geldings in 151-4. Noble was in the sulky for Annette Lorenzen.
I Won't Back Down Oz on the outside, inching away. In the lightning lane comes Topville Master to the wire. It's all I Won't Back Down Oz.
The victory was the first of the season for I Won't Back Down Oz. The 6-year-old gelding has made more than $500,000 in his lifetime. PJ Liu lowered the all-age track record at MVG to a blazing 148-2. Brett Miller guided for Steve Carter.
On their way home, and P.J. Liu still by 2.5 as they drive for the wire. Better than spring. We'll have to battle with Mustang Beach. It's P.J. Liu wire to wire in 148-2. Yeah, that's a new track record.
It was a new lifetime mark for the 6-year-old gelding and his 5th win of the season. When we return, we'll stay down south to see what else is happening at Miami Valley.
With over 30 years of experience in wealth planning and a lifetime of involvement in harness racing, Matt Franklin at Wire to Wire Wealth can help you build a financial plan that addresses the unique circumstances of those involved in the horse racing industry. Whether you are investing to build wealth, protect your family, or preserve your assets, Matt at Wire to Wire Wealth will work with you through the wealth planning process from start to finish.
Miami Valley Raceway continued to be the place to be in April. OHHA hosted another TV and tickets giveaway. 50 race fans were chosen to compete, with 5 winners walking away with 55-inch TVs and a pair of baseball tickets. The OHHA outreach team returned to the track to host charity night for 10 lucky organizations. Upwards of 100 new fans were introduced to the sport of harness racing, while horsemen were able to give back to the communities we live and work in. All right, there we go, our winners, Critters and Cruisers.
Yes.
Our little rocket man, he really lived up to his name.
He
Absolutely.
did.
Absolutely. He was a bruiser.
So we talked about how $10,000 can really change your organization. What's the first thing we're going to do with it?
Well, I don't know yet.
That's part of the fun, right?
Yes, I mean
waiting to help out.
Yeah, we've got about 9 agencies that we're waiting to find out what they need for this go around. Chelsea here, she's got Zico, so we will be fitting him for a safety vest here in the next probably month. So that will take part of the money. So yes.
Such a big congratulations to your entire group. You're
Thank
such
you.
really a young organization.
Yes.
Hopefully there's so many more yet to come, right?
Yes, there's going to be plenty more.
How do we feel about horse racing after this?
Love it! Love it!
So
We'll be back.
we'll be back, and that's exactly why we do what we do. Our horsemen giving back to our communities. Congratulations once again to Critters and Cruisers.
Thank you.
Miami Valley will wrap up its 2025 meet with a special card on Derby Day, Saturday, May 3rd, featuring the James K. Hackett Memorial Finals for 3-year-olds. Post time is 1 p.m. Watch trackside before racing moves to El Dorado Scioto Downs in Columbus for the summer. OHHA teamed up with USTA at Equine Affair to keep spreading the news about how great standardbreds are on and off the track. We have spent quite a few days here at Equine Affair. This is not our first time here, but we have teamed up with USTA once again to bring many people the standardbred breed. Beside me, I have Jordan Miller with the USTA. So Jordan, give us an overview about what's been happening all week.
So we've just been dealing with a lot of people coming up to the booth and having them in our VR booth. We have a lot of literature up here that we give out. And with the OHHA, then we have the race calendar going on for the county fairs and everything. So that's been exciting, and our petting stall going on, and everyone loves to pet the horses, and just getting the breed out there and just telling them how great they are all the time.
And so we've been doing standardbred demos, under saddle, in hand, all week long. We've also had a lot of riding horse people come up. How have you introduced the sport of harness racing to the riding horse people?
It's so easy because every horse person is just going to know horses, and if they don't know what racing is, then they just know that, you know, these horses go fast, and they go fast for a long time. And it's been really awesome to see them connect with just the horses and connect with those horses in the stall. And then I get them into the race bike and they watch the video, and it's just really cool to see them behind the horse rather than on top of the horse, riding them around like I'm used to half the time. So it's just been really cool to see that connection with all the grands to the babies, you know?
And like you said, with that connection, so USDA actually hosts a program for life after racing. I believe it's SIP.
Yep.
What does that mean?
So it's a standardbred incentive program. It is all about you horse showing. It's all about your progress with horses. When you show, you get to submit your shows that you're in. So say if you're at the World Equestrian Center, you get to submit that show, how you placed. So first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, all over. And then you get points for however many times you won, times you participated, anything like that. And then end of the year, we have awards, we have ribbons handing out, we have trail miles that are being recognized. We're just doing a lot with that and just getting horses that are showing their proper recognition as they should.
All right, Jordan, so we've got a lot going on. We've got trivia, Plinko, our VR bike, our bone box, our race wrapping. What's your favorite?
Oof. I can do a mean wrap with my eyes closed because I've done it at night, just been used to that. But I do love the Plinko. I got to do it for like 8 hours at FFA National Convention, so I can't go wrong with Plinko either.
So there we go. There has been our weekend here at Equine Affair. As Jordan said, FFA is also coming up, so if you weren't able to see us here, We hope to see you in May at the Ohio FFA Convention. Cherokee Stables' all standardbred drill team performed, displaying the breed's versatility. I even had the privilege of meeting Golden Receiver. The 20-year-old pacer raced from 2008 until 2015. He earned $2.2 million in his career with 64 victories and a record of 148. Today, he's just as impressive. I'm lucky enough to stop by the Gilligan Barn here at the Equine Affair and meet Emma Thornsberry and her horse, Golden Receiver. Of course, here in the racing industry, we might remember Golden Receiver as a $2.2 million earner. But Emma, you've gotten to know him in quite a different way. So why don't you tell us about what you do and how you met him?
So GR came to us at Cherokee Stables in 2019, and I remember I was 12 maybe at that point, and we were going to go to a show, and they didn't have a horse to stick me on, so they were like, well, let's put her on him and see how they do. And we got first place right in our first class together, and I figured from then on he was going to be my guy.
And we were talking earlier, it sounded like when you were placed on him, Cherokee Stables had only had him for, what, a day?
Or maybe a week or two,
maybe.
Yeah.
So pretty quick. So why don't you tell us his personality then, and how that athleticism came from the track and now with you on him?
Yeah, so he's definitely very competitive, which fits me because I am too. So in the show ring, he definitely knows when it's time to turn on the show pizzazz. And you can just tell, like right when we get in there, he puts his ears up, he goes. And he likes the applause, he likes the attention.
So you do compete?
Yes.
Do you choose Western, English? What do you do with them?
We do mostly English pleasure at open shows and stuff. And right now we're working on some dressage to get into.
Do you have a favorite memory with Golden Receiver?
Honestly, last year at a show called Summer Solstice, we were going to do a dressage suitability class, and I wasn't going to do it because we had a not great ride before. But then we turned around, Mom made me do it anyway, and we went and won that class. And there were like 20-something people in it. It was amazing.
Have you ever ridden a horse other than a standardbred?
I started off when I was little riding quarter horses and a couple different breeds, but I got stuck on them. And
yeah, so how do they compare to you?
I got back on a quarter horse not too long ago, and I'm just like, is it moving? They just move. It's a lot of fun.
So tell us about his personality in the barn, outside of the show ring.
He stays inside most of the time because we just don't want him to get hurt, but he's grumpy. Brian jokingly calls him Mr. Personality because he's so grumpy all the time, but he's very nosy. He always sticks his head out and is like looking to see what's going on. He'll get a mouthful of hay and then sit and eat it outside. And then with other horses, he's still competitive. If a horse comes up beside him, he's pinning those ears, wanting to race. And then out in the pasture, he's just chill. He has his friends. And
what's next for you in Golden Receiver? You thought that far?
Yeah. So this summer we've got a lineup of shows that we're planning on going to. Hopefully doing some dressage and some more open stuff. And then maybe in September we'll hit nationals again.
We wish you the best of luck. And there we go, Emma and Golden Receiver. After a quick break, we'll see how things are heating up as summer approaches.
The future is bright in Ohio. Ohio Sire Stakes, Buckeye Stallion Series, 66 county and independent fairs. Whether it's the Ohio Sire Stakes, the Buckeye Stallion Series, or the county fairs, Ohio has a place for your racehorse. This year, Ohio breds are racing for nearly $23 million in stakes purses. Be part of the winning. Breed, buy, race, win in Ohio.
If you just can't get enough of Ohio racing, I have great news for you. OHHA's Matinee Madness returns in May. Although our specials will air weekly, we hope you're able to join us in person. The Mercer County Matinee in Salina is our first stop on May 10th. Visit harnessracingohio.com to see the full schedule. And don't forget, you can watch a new episode of Freshman Focus every Thursday at 7 p.m. now through July 3rd. Catch each installment on our Facebook and YouTube channel. Fair time is fun time, and we can't believe it's already upon us. The Paulding County Fair will kick off the season on Monday, June 9th. This summer, we'll broadcast 127 race programs from 66 fairs. And we're happy to announce that the Ohio County Fair Passport Program will return. If you remember from last year, the The Passport program allows you to collect stickers for every racing program you attend for a chance to win year-end prizes. It's free to play, and you can grab your passport and sticker from the OHHA broadcast team in the grandstand of any fair on any race day. Finally, the Ohio Harness Horsemen's Association sends its condolences to the family and friends of those we have lost. And that does it for our latest edition of Ohio Harness Update. Thanks for joining Smooth as Tennessee Whiskey and I. If you would like to become a member of the Ohio Harness Horsemen's Association, please give our office a call at 614-221-3650. We'll see you at a racetrack real soon.
This has been Ohio Harness Update. Ohio Harness Update is brought to you by Matt Franklin, Wealth Advisor at Wire to Wire Wealth. This has been a production of the Ohio Harness Horsemen's Association.